It is Lisa. I am the realtor in Las Vegas. I am talking to you today about 5 things to avoid when you are relocating to Las Vegas from somewhere else. If you met me online at findvegas.houses.com, you already know some of this, but for the people who are a little bit newer and are thinking about moving to Las Vegas, sometimes people will tell you things that I think you should avoid. All right, you probably already know somebody who lives here, and they're probably giving you some advice about moving to Las Vegas. You know what? They're going to tell you, oh, don't live here. You need to live here. This is the best part of town. And I understand, knowing somebody who knows you, they might have a little bit of insight into what you like. But I'm going to give you a tip. Really, Vegas changes. It changes a lot in a short period of time. For example, in the Northwest, there's an area called Reverence. All of the land to the south of it in Summerlin is being developed. It's a great area, but you know what? It's really not something that people who've lived here for 15, 20 years, I don't think they know about it yet. Those are the kind of things that will limit you if you have a friend here telling you where to live. Of course, people will tell you to live in Henderson or Summerlin in particular because those are pretty desirable areas. But really, you want to keep your mind open and see what you can find in areas that you can afford in your price range. Okay, everybody who comes from somewhere else is used to driving more than we drive in Las Vegas. I'm serious. If you live in Las Vegas, chances are your work is maybe 10-15 minutes away at the most. It's really unusual for somebody to have to drive 35-40 minutes. If you drive an hour for work in Las Vegas, you need to move. The way the city is set up, pretty much you can get anywhere from here to there in 30 minutes or less. Now, of course, our rush hour does happen, but it's so minimal compared to other places that you really are not going to have a ton of travel time. And if you're the unfortunate one who has to travel on the 215 during rush hour, you're going to get a little bit of traffic. But most people, 5 minutes to work, 5 minutes home, 10 minutes to the strip, 15 minutes to the airport. You're really going to have a convenience factor that living in Las Vegas, it's one of the things I love. So don't think that a 30-minute, 35-minute travel commute is going to be a good thing for you, because in Vegas, it is not. So you think you're going to move to Las Vegas and everybody you know is going to come and visit you. So you think that you're going to want to have extra rooms for guests and a lot of guest space in your home in Las Vegas. While it's true that people do come and visit you, and it's really fun to have your friends come to Vegas because they're always ready to party and have a great time, even if they're in town for a convention, you don't probably need as much space for guests as you might think. So here's what we do, and I think it's really fun. When guests come into town, we usually have a reception at our house, do some cocktails by the pool, maybe do something fun. But a lot of times what we do is we go and get a hotel where they're staying. It's a staycation. I still love Vegas. I still love going to the strip. So, it's really fun. And that way you could focus on your home to be the place where you want to live. Not necessarily a mini hotel and something that you're trying to pay more for because you think, oh my gosh, I need to have room for guests. Trust me, you are going to still see your friends. They're still going to come and visit you, but you don't have to necessarily have them in your house. Something to really avoid when you are thinking about moving to Vegas is limiting your budget and trying to stay really, really low. A lot of people have a misconception that Vegas is a really cheap alternative to where it is that you live. But I will tell you this. Things that are desirable in desirable locations are still going to guarantee that you're going to pay a higher price. Be flexible in your budget. Make sure you've talked to your lender, but don't try to artificially keep your purchase price low. When I deal with people I meet online who are relocating to Las Vegas, almost all the time they end up going up in their budget after we've looked at lower priced homes. I talk to them about that in the beginning, We respect your budget for sure, because I don't want you to pay more than you can pay. But I always want them to know that sometimes people's perceptions are a little bit lower than what our prices really are in Las Vegas. All right, fifth thing to avoid when you are going to relocate to Las Vegas: you have to pick the right realtor. You'll know them when they call you, the ones that you want to avoid. They're the ones who say, oh, I know exactly where you should live, I know exactly the house you should buy. And they are pushy, and they are not listening to what your needs are as a buyer. My job as a realtor here in Las Vegas is to educate you about the area, to educate you about what the housing situation is here, what's on the market, and really find some things that make your eyes light up. It's one of the reasons why I love to do a Zoom. I will share my screen, have you look at homes with me, and then figure out what it is that you like, not just by what you tell me, but by your body language and how you react to the homes that we see that are available. Well, I hope you liked learning about 5 things to avoid when you're relocating to Las Vegas. My next video is going to be about my 5 favorite things about living in Las Vegas. I can't wait to share it with you, and I hope that you enjoy it too. If you want, you can subscribe at the bottom. I don't have a lot of subscribers just yet, but you know what? I hope you enjoy it and that you will. See you soon.